Hello everyone, Namaste. How are you doing? Fantastic. I would like to welcome to the English class of grade 6. If you are a bit far away from your television, please come closer to television and get ready with your textbook of English grade 6, with your exercise book, our pen or pencil ready with you. And please feel comfortable. Is that okay? Great. Today, we're going to begin Unit 16. And the first task of Unit 16 is getting started. That is what we're going to do today. So, let me begin the class with a picture. You'll find a picture. Can you guess what is the picture about? It seems like in the morning, he's just looking outside from his window pane. And can you guess who is the person? Oh, great. Yes, he's Ritesh. When Ritesh woke up early in the morning, he heard a strange noise outside. Then he peeped through the window pane from his bedroom. He noticed some people shouting at each other. This is the first anecdote for you. And let me present the second anecdote again. You'll find a picture over here. She seems like a player. Can you tell me what is she holding on her hand? Great. She's holding football. Do you think she's happy? Yes. Her expressions shows that she's very happy. And let me put her anecdote over there. The players entered the football ground. They took the positions and began to run after a ball. They played very well. They won the match. They celebrated victory. And perhaps the person in the picture might be the captain. Dear students, can you guess why I made some of the words red in color? Like oak, heard, peeped, noticed, entered, the took, began, played, on, or celebrated. Good. So these words are the verbs and they are in past form. So can you guess, dear students, what we're going to learn today? Great. So we're going to learn about the sequence of events. When we're going to tell something about the sequence of events, then yes, the past tense is used. That's great. Now let's go to the textbook, getting started. Let's start our first activity. A says, look at the pictures and say, what happened there? The students, you'll find 4 pictures, right? So, let me ask you some questions based on picture number 1. It says, what did the boy win? You see? You can see a boy there. There's a boy. He's holding something on his hand, maybe a trophy. Do you like games? Oh yes, that's great. Sports games are very good for our health, and perhaps the boy might be a player. He seems like a player. He's holding a trophy in his hand. Can you guess what did the boy win? That's the first questions. The second questions for you is, who built the factories? Third question, what did the 4 people do? And final questions, Who climbed the mountain? The students, I'm giving you a couple of minutes. You walk in a pair and you try to answer the question based on the pictures. Great. Thank you so much. You worked in a team and you try your best to answer these questions. Oh yes, your answers is also in past form. That's fantastic. So dear students, now it's time to share your answer. What did the boy win? Yeah? Yes, that's correct. The boy won the trophy. Who built the factories, dear students? Oh yes, people build the factories. That's fantastic. What about the third picture? There are 4 people. It seems like they're debating to each other. So our question was, what did the 4 people do? Great. The 4 people had a debate. What about the last question? Oh yeah, that's good. There is a mountain, right? Who climbed the mountain? Oh yes, someone has climbed the mountain. Someone climbed the mountain and someone put the flag at the top of the mountain. Can you see that? At the top of the mountain there is a flag. Who put the flag there? Yes, someone put the flag at the top of the mountain. Thank you for your wonderful participation, dear students. Now let's go to our second activities. Yeah, that's listen and sing. Look at the picture, dear students, and guess what about this poem? Yes, that's great. So what we'll be doing is I'll playing a video. Do you like singing songs? That's good. Why is singing song good for us? It gives us entertainment, right? Okay. So you guys are happy now? Good. Let's be ready and let me play a video over here. Okay, here you go. Sound.
Stars are beginning to blink and peep, till the stars are beginning to blink and peep. And the young lie long and dream in their bed of the matching of ribbons for bosom and head.
Wonderful. The students, you heard a song. Did you enjoy the song? Yeah, it was a beautiful song, isn't it? Okay. For your kind information, dear students, now I'm going to play one audio again, and that is the audio of the poet William Butler Yeats himself has recited this poetry. Now get ready for that. Is that okay? Great. Here you go.
I rise in the dawn and I kneel and blow till the seed of the fire flicker and glow. And then I must scrub and bake and sweep till stars are beginning to blink and peep. But the young lie long and dream in their bed of the matching of ribbons for bosom and head. Their day goes over in idleness. They sigh if the wind but lift up a tress, while I must work because I am old, and the seed of the fire gets feeble and cold.
Oh, thank you, dear students. There was poetry recitation by the poet himself, William Butler Yeats. You know, I'll just tell you about the poet a bit later. And we just recently heard the two way of reciting poetry. The first, there was a song, and the second, there was the poet himself reciting his poetry. So, dear students, it means that there is no any hard and fast rule to recite the poetry. You can enjoy reciting on your own. So the main purpose is to entertain you, okay? You should be very happy to recite the poetry. So now I'm going to recite the poetry for 3 times again. For the first time, I'll recite, and you just go through the lines and point with your fingers and try to find some difficult words. And for the second time, I'll recite the poetry and you will recite the poetry. We will recite together. Is that okay? And for the third time, we'll recite together. Okay, shall we go now? That's great. So try to be happy and recite, okay? So let me start. Guys ready? Great. I rise in the dawn and I kneel and blow till the seed of the fire flicker and glow, till the seed of the fire flicker and glow. And then I must scrub and bake and sweep till stars are beginning to blink and peep, till stars are beginning to blink and peep. And the young lie long and dream in their bed of the matching of ribbons for bosom and hair, of the matching of ribbons for bosom and hair. And the youth goes over in idleness, and they sigh if the wind but left a trace. And they sigh if the wind but left a trace. Now let's go to the final 2 lines. While I must work because I'm old, and the seed of the fire gets feeble and cold, and the seed of the fire gets feeble and cold, feeble and cold. W. Yeats, that's William Butler Yeats, Irish poet. Okay, that was the first time, guys. I think you went to the lines and you even underlined some of the difficult words that we'll be discussing later. Thank you very much, dear students. Now, let's go for the second time recitation. Is that okay? Great. So this time, I'll recite a line, and what you do is, what is your job? Yes, your job is to repeat after me. Is that okay? Great. Okay, let's go. I rise in the dawn and I kneel and blow till the seed of the fire flicker and glow. And then I must scrub and bake and sweep till stars are beginning to blink and peep. And the young lie long and dream in the bed of the matching of ribbons for bosom and head. And the youth goes over in idleness, and they sigh if the wind but left a trace. While I must work because I'm old, and the seed of the fire gets feeble and cold. And the seed of the fire gets feeble and cold. Feeble and cold. Thank you, dear students. I hope you enjoyed. Okay, this is the way you try to recite the poetry. Now we'll be reciting together, the students. Okay, and you are you ready? Great. This is the final time. Then we'll try to look at the comprehension of this poem. Okay, here you go. I rise in the dawn and I kneel and blow till the seed of the fire flicker and glow. Till the seed of the fire flicker and glow. And then I must scrub and bake and sweep till the stars are beginning to blink and peep, till stars are beginning to blink and peep. And the young lie long and dream in their bed of the matching of ribbons for bosom and head. Of the matching of ribbons for bosom and head. And the youth goes over in idleness, and they sigh if the wind but left a trace, and they sigh if the wind but left a trace. While I must work because I'm old, and the seed of the fire gets feeble and cold, and the seed of the fire gets feeble and cold, gets feeble and cold, feeble and cold. Thank you. Great job, dear students. Thank you very much. Dear students, now before I tell you something about this poem, I'll be showing you some pictures. Is that okay? And you'll try to make guesses. You'll find the first picture. Can you guess what is it about? Oh yes, it's a dawn, right? It seems like morning, beginning of the day. And you can see the sun, yeah? That's becoming so bright. What about the second picture? Flicker, look at the fire. There's a fire and that's flicker, that's glowing, isn't it? Yes, and or the third picture, okay, there's a man, yeah, it's just kneeling. It seems like it's just praying. Do you think so? Great. And what about the fourth picture? Oh, you'll find two people there, right? Oh, yes, what are they doing? Can you just guess, please? Oh, great. Seems like, they are scrubbing the floor. So this is the poem of an old mother, you see? And what is her job? She gets early in the morning, she lights the fire, she prays the God perhaps, she's kneeling. And then, she's also, maybe very boring, her life might be very boring again because, she has to scrub the house again, you see? What about the next picture? Oh yes, sweeping. There's a man sweeping. Have you ever swept your home? Yes, that's good. We have to do it, right? So perhaps in the poem, the poet is, expressing the activities, the daily activities that she has to perform. You see, she has to get up early in the morning. She has to light the fire, fire. Okay, was it used for cooking food, perhaps, Okay, perhaps, praying to God, scrubbing the floor again, even sweeping the floor, you see. That's good. So the poet is, what is the poet doing? The poet or the persona, the speaker is just telling us about what he does from the early morning. Okay, and me take you. How long do you think the speaker walks? Look at the picture. What can you say there? Oh yes, this is nighttime. Have you ever gone outside from your home, maybe at the roof of your home, and looked at the star, in the sky? Oh yes. It seems like it's a new moon day, and the stars are blinking. The stars are blinking, the blinking stars. So when the stars come in the evening, yeah. You see, so it seems like, the poet, the speaker has told us that she has to get up early in the morning and she has to walk till there are stars in the sky, means entire day. But again here, the poet brings a break. So if you go to the, the another part of the poetry, you'll find there, what can you see? There is young, okay, there's young people. Look at the young people, they're still in a bed for a long time. And maybe she's dreaming. Even you can see the people sigh, What can you see in the picture? There's a wind, yeah, wind. And it's disturbed her hair, What about the next picture? Oh my God, you can see that, They're making a dough. Maybe that's for the making bread. Yeah, which is very good for our health, which is very, very necessary. So this baking, scrubbing, sweeping, maybe telling about her daily life. Even, you can see two people working over there. So it's all about, the speaker, the old mother who has to get up early in the morning and she has to work entire day and she has to perform her different household chores, like she has to get up early morning, she has to sweep the floor, she has to scrub the floor, clean the house, she has to tidy up, and then she has to bake bread and anything. But on the other hand, there are the people, who are sleeping for long hours, doing nothing, spending their time in idleness. Yes, dear students. So it seems like, it is telling us that we have to work hard. We should not sleep till late time in the bed. All right, we have to be very, very hard working, and the hard working will give us a good, result. That's what this poem is about. Dear students, now let me just go some of the difficult words. You might have gone through the poem and you might have come across some of the difficult words. Yeah, good. Oh yes, let me write on the board the words. Yeah, what's that? Yes. Yeah, all right. That's great. What else? Yes, it's done. Dear students, how do you spell the word done? Done. Oh yes, done. D-A-W-N. Done. That's great. What about the next word? Yes, kneel. How do you spell it? Kneel. Kneel, yes. Is it Kanil? No, I'm sorry. It's not Kanil, okay? It's kneel. 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 I've just made it just something like this because later on we'll be playing a game. Is that okay? What about the next? Blink. That's good. Good. Blink. How do you spell it? Blink. Blink. Yeah. B L-I-N-K. B-L-I-N-K. Blink. That's good. There's some other words. Yeah? Sigh. You're right. Sigh. How do you write sigh? S-I-G-H. Sigh. Yes. There's some other words, right? Flicker. Scrub. Bake. Tress. Yeah? Bosom. Fuel. The students now let's okay know how to pronounce these words. Is it okay? Great. The first word.
Rise.
What's that?
Rise.
Yeah. Rise. Next.
Dawn.
Dawn. Will you please repeat after me? Dawn.
Kneel.
Kneel.
Blink.
Blink. Next, please.
Sigh.
Sigh. Next, please. Flicker. Yeah. Next, please.
Scrub.
Scrub.
Bake.
Bake.
Bosom.
Bosom. The last but not the least.
Feeble.
Feeble. What's that? Feeble. That's wonderful, dear students. Now, can you guess the meaning of these words? Great. Rise. Yes, I rise in the morning. I get up early in the morning, something like this. Yes, that's rise, physically upward, right? The next word, dawn. What is the meaning of dawn, Yes, that's the beginning of the day. Okay? Next, kneel. Yeah, you're resting your knees on the floor. Okay, especially we do it when we pray the God, right? Kneel in front of the God. Blink. What about blink? Yeah? Yeah, just closing and opening your eyes. Closing your eyes, opening your eyes, right? Blink, blink, blinking. Look at in the poem, stars were blinking, right? Stars were given, person-like quality. And stars were blinking, right? Sigh. What is sigh? Ah, yes. Can you guess now? Sigh. No. So no. You inhale for a long time. You exhale for the long time. You breath. The sigh. Maybe you're tired, especially. Next, flicker. Yeah. It's glowing. Okay. It's kind of light. The glow of the light. Flicker. Scrub. Yes. Have you ever scrubbed your home? Do you scrub in the morning? Yeah. Scrub. Next, please. Yes. Bake. That's a kind of way of cooking, right? Especially we bake bread. Yes. Thank you very much, dear students. This is how you can just deal with the new words. Dear students, now this is time for exercise. Okay? You guys are ready? Great. So A. Recite the poem again and match the following. Now, this is the question. In the left-hand side, you'll find the words, and on the right-hand corner, you'll find their meaning. What you're going to do is, you're going to work in a pair and complete this. Is that okay? Great. Wow, fantastic. You have done. Good. Now let's check whether your answer is correct or not. Let's go to the first word. That is rise. Rise. Fantastic. Get up. Good. Now let's go to the second word. That is done. Good. That's beginning of the day. What about the third word? Kneel. Yeah? Good. That's bent knees. Let's go to the fourth word. That is blink. Yeah, closing and opening eyes. And of course, but the last but not the least, feeble. Getting weaker. Well done. Wonderful. Dear students, would you like to have another exercise? Great. So let's go to the exercise B. That is, supply the rhyming words for the following. One is done for you. Blow, glow. Blow, glow. Now it's your turn, guys. Sweep. Yeah. Again, please. Good. Peep. What about the next? Bait. Yes. Hate. Bait, hate. Next, please. Idleness. What did you say? What? Yes, good. Tress. Old. The last but not the least. Yes, good job. Cold. Old, cold. Thank you so much, dear students, for your active participation. Now, let me tell you something about the poet. The poet is William Butler Yeats. He was born in 1865 and he died in 1939. He was from Ireland, so he's Irish poet. He is a popular Irish writer and poet, of course, and he mainly deals with domestic and political issues. And his characters directly speak with the readers to share their thoughts and feelings. So in the poem, there was old mother, who was expressing her thoughts and feelings to the readers directly to us with the use of first person I. Great, dear students. Now this is time to go for the third activity, that is remember a memorable event of your life and tell it to your friends. Okay, so before we do this activity, let me show you some pictures. Okay, look at the first pictures. It seems like she's a champion. Okay, look at second picture. Oh my God, it seems like they are players and they're celebrating. So have you ever won the match? Have you ever been a champion? How did you feel at the time? Great, we feel fantastic. We feel so happy, isn't it? So it seems they're very happy. What about third picture? Oh my God, I think she's very, very angry. You see, sometimes there are moments in our life when we become so angry. Yeah, she's just giving a thrashing on the wall and seems like she's also about crying. Yeah. Oh, it seems that she's very angry. Have you ever been angry like this? Great. Okay. What about the next picture? Oh, yes. Okay. Received prize. Have you ever received the prize? How do you feel when you receive the prize? Okay. Great. You feel so happy. Oh my God. You're not allowed to do this. They're fighting, you see? Have you ever fought? No, it's fighting is not good, okay? Yes. So, now the question is, remember or recall a memorable event of your life. And you have to walk in a pair and you have to share it with your friends. Is that okay? Great. So I've done you as a sample here. Let me present you a sample so you can do it accordingly. So it goes like, according to my experience, the most memorable event in my life was the first time I have ever made my granny happy. It happened when I was in grade 6. It was annual function of our school. The ECA department organized poetry recitation competition. I was so interested in poetry. I took part in the competition. So many friends took part in the competition. There was my turn. The host announced my name. I was almost frozen, It was very difficult for me to stand and recite poem in front of the huge mass. However, I took a long breath and gathered courage. I went to the podium and recited a poem composed by William Blake. It was Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night. This is how it goes. After a while, the judge panel announced the result. I stood in the first position. So many people clapped and thanked me. I could not believe my eyes and ears. I was awarded the first prize by the chief guest. The tears of happiness rolled in my eyes. I ran to home and told my granny. She was so happy. She burst into tears and hugged me. It was the first time I have ever made my granny happy and proud. Dear students, you might have a lot of experiences like this in your life. So let me assign you a homework. So as a home assignment, what you're going to do is you're going to recall a memory like this, like mine. And you try to write a paragraph about it and bring it into the class tomorrow, and you'll be sharing to your friends. Is that okay? Great. Dear students, we have come to the end of the class. I hope you enjoyed my class. I'll catch you next time. Have a great day. Bye and namaste.